HVAC with Stephen Rardon is sponsored by TruTech Tools. Quality tools, essential support. TruTechTools.com.
What's up, YouTube? I've got a customer that called in looking for an estimate to replace, and so I'm headed over there to take a look at the job, see what they're looking for, and figured I'd bring you along for the ride if I can. It is a referral from the customer that I did the coil and condenser for. So hopefully that is a good thing. Well, it looks like I need to change my oil and fill the tank up again. So I came into this not completely understanding the requests and needs of the customer. I was under the impression that they were looking to change out the equipment that they have that served the second floor, but they're actually looking to dedicate a system to the third floor and deliver comfort to that third floor finished off attic space with an entirely new system. As it stands, there are only two supply registers in that space and a 14 by 20 return. So there's not a whole lot of choice for doing a ducted system except for the need to add significantly more ducting to that space, as well as get ducting behind the knee walls and find space for the air handler, coil, whatever. So considering all those things, my thought is to look at a wall-mounted mini split. They have a wall-mounted mini split downstairs in a mother-in-law suite currently, so they're familiar with the concept, but I need to run some numbers to confirm that I've got the proper size to serve that space, and set up the quote or the bid. So I'm gonna get to hopping in that regard, and we'll keep our fingers crossed that this job will pay off, give me an opportunity to please another customer. So stay tuned. What's up, YouTube? It is Friday, October 27, and I just got a call from a lady over in Fuquay looking for an estimate to replace her 2.5 ton gas pack. Apparently the inducer motor has failed and the heat exchanger is also failed. So I'm headed over there to see what the situation is so I can work up a quote, and figure I'll take you with me if I can. So stay tuned. All right, so we've got a split system upstairs with a data tag that says it's a 324, so it's a 13 SEER 2-ton from 2006. And then we've got this gate that should be kind of fun to try and get through. Over here, this should make changing the unit fun. We've got probably also a 2006, yep, 30,000 BTU, 2.5 ton, 60,000 BTU gas heat. Yes, sir, Mr. Myrick. Oh, not much. I'm out here taking a gander at this 2.5 ton gas pack. Well, it looks like financing is going to be the thing that holds me back the most at this point. The cost of an air conditioner is difficult for many customers to just up and consume, and so I'm going to have to come up with a way to be able to get my financing sooner than later. But it doesn't look like it's too bad of a situation. Obviously the bush will make things difficult unless it's removed, but should be able to come up with a good number, and we'll hope for the best on that estimate. Good morning, YouTube. It is October 28th, 2017, and I'm running another estimate. Customer is down in Sanford, North Carolina, and looking to replace his split heat pump on the second floor of his house. At this point, I don't have a whole lot of additional detail, but we'll get some pictures and show you what we're going to be working with if we're able to win the bid. So stay tuned. We got a fairly new Trane XR series.
I don't know what I told you, but it's a small unit.
No problem.
Okay.
That's a 3.5 ton, replaced recently. And this one is a 1.5 tons from 1993. Previous contractor says that the circuit board for the air handler is no longer available, and that's why we're looking at replacement costs. Looks like we're probably on this 15 amp circuit here. That matches the circuit requirements. I'm gonna grab a ladder and get up in the scuttle hole upstairs, see what it looks like up there. If it's a 1993 air handler, I can't imagine that you can't get the circuit board, or at least work something around it. But the coils look clean through the louvers. Looks like somebody's put some Loctite on the caps. Yeah, coils look clean. I'm going to take a look at this air handler with a little bit more detail. The customer said that the other contractor said they couldn't get a board for this blower, and I'm thinking it's just one of those time delay relays. So I'm going to pop this open, see what we get. I don't really want to put a board in here, being that it is as old as it is, but if I can save the customer some trouble now, it may benefit me down the road. Blower spins freely, He said the blower was running constantly. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what was going on here. It's got a time delay relay on it that appears to be sticking. I'm gonna fire it up and see what it does, and then maybe take the board off and see if it still runs constantly. We've got no voltage at the board, so it's definitely not a low voltage powered issue. Let's see if I can tap on it. Now, I'm gonna shut it down and see if I can pull that board off of it. It may just be a relay issue, at which point the board may be fine. I'm going to leave that off and try again. Okay. So no blower operation. That's good. I'm going to take the low voltage wiring and go straight to the relay. That is common. And why would red be on that relay other than to power it? Interesting. I never paid that much attention to it. If you've got red and common on that relay, I wonder if I can find a schematic for this sucker that'll be worth anything. I do see red. I don't think you're going to be able to see it, but maybe. I'll take a picture of it for you. Red goes to A, and then common and green go to the circuit board. But if red is on the coil for that, it would seem that it would always give it power. What am I missing? That is low voltage red. Straight off the transformer to the relay. I would have to say that it probably is that board. And the board is what it maintains the connection between common on the board and the common connection at the relay. And so something in that board would appear to have failed that keeps that common connection energized all the time. Okay, I think I can still get these boards. So I'll have to see if I can get that from the Trane supplier. So we got a 1.5 ton unit. And I see a return down there, looks like a 10-inch. And a return over here also appears to be a 10-inch. The refrigerant piping, of course, is on the back. The drain is on the back. Liquid line is 1/4 inch. I think looks like a 1/4 inch. And we've got a TWH 024 from 1993. Looks like we've got a 6 kW. It's a BAY 96X1406. Doesn't look terrible. Got a nice hard trunk line going down, reducing trunk. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 runs off of it. I think the biggest issue is going to be that attic access hatch. I think the air handler's probably been built into the house. I really don't think that that system at this point deserves to be scrapped out. The fan delay relay board combo is not that expensive of a component to replace, and so that seems like a really bad reason to do it. Now, since I came out here for a free estimate, I didn't feel that it was pertinent to go through all the trouble of doing a performance test. Not that it's a bunch of trouble, but you know, I definitely don't want to give too much away for free. So I'm gonna see if I can track down that circuit board, and when we get that part, go from there to decide if the system does indeed need replacing. At that point, you know, we'll be charging for a little time and we can do a full-fledged system performance test. So I'm gonna see if I can track down all this info, and we'll follow up as we have the opportunity to.